All right, let's go. So a whole bunch went on yesterday. The NFL every week, every Sunday it even gets better. Start off with the Packers now 7-3-1 as they held off the Vikings 23-6. JJ McCarthy was harassed all game, didn't play well. Had a quarterback rating of like 34. Running back Emmanuel Wilson took over for Josh Jacobs, who was hurt. Had 102 rushing yards and two TDs for the Packers. Turnovers. Vikings had two interceptions of JJ McCarthy. So Packers roll 7-3-1 now. Giants and Lions, that was a good game. Jameis Winston, he's a great soundbite. He's going to have a great career in broadcasting after his football career is over, but he can still ball. He played well yesterday. Both teams combined, the Giants had 517 total yards. The Lions, 494. The Giants led 2017 at the half, surprisingly. But the Lions scored 17 unanswered points at the end of the game to tie it up and to take it into overtime. Winston, by the way, threw for 366 yards and 2 touchdowns. He ran for like 20 yards or something like that. Ran for 13 yards, but then caught a pass and a touchdown for 33 yards and a touchdown. The star for the Lions, Jahmyr Gibbs, MVP candidate. He probably won't win. A quarterback will win it, but man, is there any player more valuable on a team than he is for the Lions? He rushed for 219 yards, 15 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns. He caught 11 passes for 45 yards and a touchdown. And then Amara St. Brown had a great game for the Lions also. 9 receptions, 149 yards, and 1 touchdown. So big win for the Lions, tough loss for the Giants. That's the way this season has gone. You had the Seahawks beat the Titans 30-24. They're now 8-3. They were leading 16-3 at the half. The Titans came back. Sam Darnold, 244 yards passing, 2 touchdowns. Again, having an MVP year is Jackson Smith and Najee. 8 receptions, 167 yards, 2 touchdowns for the former Ohio State receiver. Cam Ward starting to play. He looked pretty good. He passed for 266 yards and a touchdown. Ran for 37 more and a touchdown. So Seattle now 8-3. The Colts and the Chiefs, what a game. First half, at the half, Colts dominating. They were leading 20-9. KC came back. Their biggest deficit, actually, tied for the biggest, coming back from the biggest deficits in franchise history. Kareem Hunt ran the ball well, 104 yards. Rashee Rice for KC, 141 yards reception, 1 touchdown. KC shut out Indianapolis in the second half. Their defense came to play yesterday. Outstanding defense by KC. Jonathan Taylor was held to 58 yards. KC actually outrushed the Colts 148-74. So, like I said, great comeback for KC. If they would have lost, the season would have been in jeopardy. But can't ever count Mahomes and Kelsey and Reed out. And the addition of Rashee Rice has really helped the Chiefs offensively. And yesterday, Kareem Hunt ran the ball really well. Pats and the Bengals. Pats held off the Bengals. They now have the best record in the AFC at 10-2. 9th straight win. They rallied from a 10-point deficit. Drake May, 294 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Hunter Henry is big target. 7 catches, 115 yards, and 1 reception. Bears and the Steelers, really good game. The Steelers now 6-5. The Bears 8-3. Steelers led 21-17 at the half. Bears came back. Caleb Williams, big game, 239 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mason Rudolph didn't play too bad for the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, though, was on the sidelines. Aaron Rodgers was 25-5, had a career against the Bears, so he really wanted to play. But a big win for the Bears as they continue to play well. The Ravens now tied with the Steelers as they came back. Was a 5th straight win, 23-10 over the Jets. Derrick Henry, 2 TDs. The Jags, how the 7-4 Jags ever beat the Cards 27-24 overtime is amazing because they had 4 turnovers. Trevor Lawrence had 3 interceptions. He can look good for a while, and then he just makes stupid mistakes. But the Jags pulled it out. Brissett, 317 yards for the Cards. Cam Little kicked a 50-yard field goal in overtime for the Jags in the big comeback win. You had the Browns and the Raiders. Shadir Sanders' first game. Didn't play bad. 209 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. With the Browns defense, they won 24-10 over the Raiders, who are horrible. But with the Browns defense, you just have to be a quarterback that manages a game. If you can score 20, 21 points every Sunday, you have a good chance with that defense of winning. Time of possession, the Raiders actually had 12 more minutes of time of possession than the Browns did, but it didn't matter. Great defense again by the Browns. Good game by Sanders. So for right now, he's their quarterback. Eagles and the Cowboys. What a comeback. Eagles were leading 21-0. Cowboys came all the way back 17 nothing in the second half. Dallas outscored the Eagles. The Eagles now 8-3. The Cowboys 5-1. You had Hurts, Jalen Hurts, 289 yards and 1 touchdown. He also ran 33 yards for 2 touchdowns. A.J. Brown, big game for the Eagles, 110 yards reception. But Dak Prescott, 23 of 36, 354 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And George Pickens, what a game. It's a couple of outstanding catches, 146 yards receiving and 1 touchdown. So big comeback and big win for the Cowboys over the Eagles. The Eagles offense continues to sputter. I know they have a good defense and stuff, and they always seem to find a way to win games, but they have to get more consistent on offense. Barkley has to stay running the ball more, so we'll see what happens. The Falcons beat the Saints 24-10 to snap a 5-game losing streak. The Bears all over the Bucs last night. The Rams all over the Bucs last night. 34-7. They led 31-7 at the half. Total yards 333 for the Rams, 193 for the Bucs. Matthew Stafford, what's MVP year? He threw for 273, 3 touchdowns, no interception, 2 touchdowns to Devontae Adams. You've got Stafford, 30 touchdowns, 2 interceptions with a quarterback rating of 121 this year at the age of 37. Outstanding. One of the better quarterback years he's racking up possibly ever. The bad news for the Bucs, besides the loss, is Baker Mayfield hurt his shoulder. He's going to take an MRI today. It didn't look good. He could be out a few games, and that could be bad news for the Bucs. Tonight, the Panthers, and actually, if they go into San Francisco and beat the 49ers, they'd actually have a half-game lead on the Bucs after being down like 3 games 3 weeks ago. In the NBA, the Heat 127, the 76ers 117. Nate Powell having a good year for the Heat. He scored 32. You had the Cavs all over the Clippers, 120-105. Donovan Mitchell, 37 points for the Cavs. The Hawks now 11-7. They beat the Hornets 113-110. A 6 straight loss for the Hornets. Jalen Johnson leading the Hawks, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. The Celtics and the Magic will battle all year long in the Eastern Conference. Last night, the Celtics came out on top, 138-129. Jalen Brown, 35 points. The Raptors 138 over the Nets 129. The 7th straight win. The Raptors are now 12-5. The Thunder, one of the best starts ever to start a season, 17-1. All over the Blazers 122-95. SGA 37 points. The Lakers 108-106 over the Jazz. Lakers now 12-4. LeBron James 17 points. Doncic 33 points, 11 rebounds for the Lakers. The Jazz came back. The Lakers had a big lead. Jazz had a 17-5 run to make it 107-106, but Keontae George of the Jazz, the jump shot rolled off the rim. So the Lakers, a big road win for them. And the Suns beat the Spurs 111-102. In hockey, the Sabres beat the Hurricanes 4-1. The Wild 3, the Jets nothing. Wallstedt 32 saves for the Wild. You had the Islanders shut out in the shootout, beat the Kraken 1-0. The Avs, like the Thunder in the NBA, the Avs are the best team in hockey, 16-1-5. 1-0 win over the Blackhawks. Wedgwood 22 saves for the Avs. Sharks beat the Bruins 3-1. Celebrini, outstanding year for the Sharks, 1 goal and 1 assist. And the Flames beat the Canucks 5-2 behind Anderson's 3 assists. College basketball, number 3 UConn all over Bryant, 72-49. Number 5 Duke destroyed Howard, 93-56. The best game was Clemson and Georgia. They're now both 6-1. In overtime, Clemson beat Georgia 97-94. Quite a few college basketball games on the women's side. Top 25. All these teams just destroyed their opponents. You had UConn, South Carolina, UCLA, Michigan, Maryland, TCU, Iowa State, UNC, Tennessee, Vandy, Michigan State, Washington, all top 25 teams, all won big. The upset was URI went into NC State and upset them 68-63. Huge upset. That'll be one of the bigger upsets. It's the biggest upset so far this year. URI now 6-1. So they took down NC State. Field hockey the other day, I didn't mention it. I'll talk about all sports. Northwestern beat Princeton in field hockey 2-1 in overtime. MLS yesterday, and NYC, New York City won, Philadelphia nothing. Inter Miami beat Cincinnati. What was it, 4-0? Messi 1 goal and 3 assists. So Eastern Conference final. Inter Miami will host New York City, NYC. The FCS playoff teams were announced yesterday, and top seeds North Dakota State, Montana, and Tarleton State. You have to go through North Dakota State. Over the last 20 years, North Dakota State's won 9-10 titles. They won last year too. So that all starts Saturday. That'll be interesting to watch. Interesting to watch in a couple ways these days, because a lot of these players in these playoffs will be playing for your big schools next year through the transfer portal. So tonight, big game, a lot more interesting now than it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Carolina Panthers playing well. Bryce Young playing well. Going into San Francisco, and Christian McCaffrey and Brock Purdy. So it should be a really good game. So enjoy to digest the college football and pro football from yesterday, and God bless.